So it has been a really busy year for LEGO in 2022. They have literally been launching so many LEGO sets. It feels like every single month there was at least one big LEGO set being launched. It was crazy. It really was. For me as a reviewer, me as a LEGO fan, honestly, it's just hard to keep up, and I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. But I thought it would be really fun to at least narrow that list down to what I personally think the top 10 LEGO sets of 2022 are. Now, before we go any further, I do want to address something that I've been seeing coming up in the comments, not just on YouTube, but other social platforms, which is that LEGO is more expensive. We've known that there was a big inflation hike in pricing back in August of 2022 this year, where everything basically went up in price. But it's even higher now. So I did some math, and out of the top 10 list that we're about to go through, the median LEGO set average between the sets that I chose, again, these are just sets that I personally really liked and thought they were the best of the best, was $314. That was the average price between the top 10 LEGO sets, meaning that the best, in my opinion, the best LEGO sets are very expensive on average. And you know, I would say anything over $200 for a LEGO set is considered expensive to the average fan. Now, to hardcore collectors like myself, sure, I can justify spending $600 or $800 or whatever amount on a LEGO set because I'm a giant fan. But I know there's a lot of people out there that just can't always spend that much money, and I totally get it. But it is very interesting to see that. Also, I want to let you guys know that down in the description you'll find links to all of the LEGO sets on my top 10 list from both Amazon and Lego.com. The links are affiliated and do really help out the channel. All right, so now that that's been said, let's go ahead and get into this top 10. So starting my list off at number 10 is the Globe. I'm sure at least some of you probably forgot about this set. It came out at the beginning of 2022 in January at an original price of $200 US. It has since then gone up to $230 because of the inflation pricing that happened this summer, which is definitely unfortunate. But man, I still think this set is really cool. I didn't get a chance to review it. I do want to thank LEGO for sending this set over, along with all the other sets that I'm going to show today. But man, is it cool. I love it. It is just so unique. I'm always a fan of when you convert real objects, in this case a globe, into LEGO. And I love that it functions as a real globe. And of course, because it has LEGO studs, you could probably put little pegs on the globe if you want to mark where you've been in the world, which I'm definitely going to do. This is just cool, and it fits into any environment. You know, you could put this in your bedroom, you could put this in a living room, an office. It just fits anywhere, and I love that. You don't have to have like a dedicated LEGO collecting space. And honestly, a lot of the sets that I'm going to be showing on my top 10 list are in that category of it doesn't have to sit on a shelf. It can sit anywhere, which is really cool, and I appreciate that. I think that adds value to a LEGO set, in my opinion. But yeah, this set's awesome, but this is just the beginning, so let's see what's next. At number 9 is the mighty Bowser. So at $270 US and over 2,000 pieces, Bowser is just pretty sweet in my opinion. When I saw the reveal video of the puppet controls, and that you can open his mouth and the legs go in just like the video game, I was just like, wow, that's just so unique for a LEGO set, and it looks really good in person too. You can articulate the arms. If you're a Mario fan, I honestly think this is a must-have. It is up there with the NES set that I got to review, I think like a year or two. I love this set. It is just so cool. And then of course the firebomb comes out of his mouth. Like, this is just a lot of fun. And it's also a display set, and it just looks unique. And I love that you can make Bowser sad if you want. Like, this is just a really cool LEGO set. Whether you're, a Mario fan or a LEGO fan, I think you're gonna love this set. And that is why I put it at number 9. So at number 8 is the Lion Knight's Castle. This set came in at $400, and I believe it has over 4,000 pieces. And man, is it a cool set. It was actually voted for the 90th anniversary of LEGO this year. It was the fan vote from the previous year. LEGO was asking, hey, what do you want? What theme should it be based off? And fans voted for Castle. I actually voted for Castle as well, so I can say I contributed to the vote for this set. And you know what? It is awesome. The fact that you can do this, where the castle gets even bigger, and You can flip it around and it has a full interior. Like, this thing just gets better and better. And wait, there's functioning doors and a functioning drawbridge, and you can spin the water wheel. Like, there is just so much to this set. I honestly regret not putting a review together for Lion Knight's Castle. I made a time-lapse video back in the summer for this. I was so bogged up with Brick Fair and building a Lego Jedi Temple that I didn't get the chance to properly review this set, and I kind of regret that because this set is just so much fun. I've had it on the middle of my display shelf, and every day that I've been here in my studio, I look at this set, I'm like, wow. I can absolutely recommend this set if you're remotely interested in castle, or you just like the idea of having a Lego castle, or you just, you want some nostalgia of some classic Lego, or you just want to have a fun time. This is a great set. It really is. Lego knocks it out of the park. I mean, honestly, all the sets that I'm naming here on this top 10 list are fantastic sets. So no matter what I say throughout my top 10, all of these sets are great, and Lion Knight's Castle is no different. So before we get on to the next spot, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Whatnot. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Whatnot, it is a selling platform that is available on iOS and Android, as well as just a normal desktop computer. I myself sell on Whatnot, and I've been having a blast over the last couple months, finding all kinds of Lego throughout my collection that I really just don't use. And so I've been selling that through live auctions on Whatnot, and every time has been nothing but a great experience. So, just like usual, I will be hosting yet another Whatnot stream where I'll be selling more Lego Star Wars items, whether that's minifigures, sets, or parts. It's definitely something you're going to want to join up on. And down in the description, you'll find a link not only to join the stream, which is this Wednesday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you'll also find a link where you'll find that you can get $10 in free credit. That's real money that you can use on Whatnot to get $10 off your first purchase. So definitely check out those links down in the description, guys. And I do want to thank Whatnot yet again for sponsoring a video. It means a ton to me. And without you guys, let's continue. So at number 7 is an Avatar set, actually. It's the Tree of Souls. I love this set. It is just so unique. It is different than anything else that I've built throughout 2022. And man, is it cool. If you're just remotely interested in the Avatar movie or the upcoming Avatar, I believe it's The Way of the Water, I'm so excited for that film. I was a big fan of the original Avatar movie, and so the fact that we got sets based off that was really cool. But we're also getting a secondary wave that comes out in January 2023 from the new movie. So I think there's going to be a total of like 9 or 10 Lego Avatar sets on shelves, which is so cool. But out of the 4 sets that have been released from the original movie, this is the best. And honestly, this is one of the best Lego sets of the year. I put it on the top 10 list for a reason. But what really convinced me that this is such a great Lego set is that it is a display set, yet it can be very much a play set at the same time. And it has a wonderful price of $150 on top of the uniqueness. I mean, look at this tree. It's a purple tree with like pink coming down, and then you have this orange, red, and blue dragon looking creature. Obviously, it has its name in the movie, but like, it is so cool that you could just take this off and go flying around, and it's just also, I really like the new Lego Avatar figures. I think those look really good. They didn't look great on the pictures, but once you build them in person, they're very good. They're very, very good. And I like how you can customize and kind of change things around. Like, this is just a fun set, whether you're a kid, whether you're an adult. I absolutely recommend this. Give this one a chance. I think a lot of you would be very surprised about how good the Lego Avatar theme really is. I loved Lego Overwatch a couple of years ago, and that was obviously kind of a niche, small theme that eventually faded out. And they were supposed to make Overwatch 2 sets, but that's another story. But anyhow, it kind of reminds me of the Lego Overwatch sets, where those are like quality play sets that were obviously based on something a little more mature. And it kind of gives me the same feeling with the Avatar Lego sets, which I personally get really excited by, and I really like this set. So excellent job, and it definitely deserves its number 7 spot. So at number 6 is the Lego Lighthouse. Talk about an awesome Lego set. It doesn't have a very big footprint. Obviously, it's super tall, but it's so classically Lego. If you just want like a fun, just beautiful set to put together and have like a very classic Lego building experience, this is it. This was so cool. It gave me blacksmith shop vibes. If you enjoyed putting that set together, you're gonna love the Lighthouse. And it has a trick up its sleeve where, if you flip the switch, check this out, the Fresnel lens, which is a brand new piece for this set, has a functioning light, and it's motorized where it actually turns 360 degrees. Now that comes at a cost for an expensive set like this at $300 US with less than I believe 3,000 pieces. I think it's like a little over 2,000 pieces in this set. That is very expensive, and I know a lot of people were scratching their heads at like $300 for this set. It looks more like 200, maybe 240. But by Lego including the power functions, that definitely drove up the price. If they had excluded that and made that like an optional thing, if you want to buy that as an extra, then you can. I'm sure that would have dropped the price of this set probably all the way down to like $200. But I'm glad they actually put the lights and the motor in. I think that adds so much to this set. I cannot describe the joy on my face when I turned this on for the first time. It was just wonderful. Also, shout out to Darby for helping me build a lot of these Lego sets. I really appreciate her for helping so much. This is just a great set. I love this thing, man. If you like Lego, get it. Okay, I really like it. Don't ask me why. Yeah, it's $300, but yeah, it's great. It really is. It's really good. Okay, I like the Lighthouse. Don't judge me. So if you were a LEGO Superheroes fan throughout this year, it was pretty rough, but thankfully we had this gem of a set, the Sanctum Sanctorum at $250, over 2,000 pieces. Wow, is this a great set. I did a full review on it. Go check it out. I love it. It's literally a modular building. If you're a fan of the LEGO modular buildings, then you're gonna fall in love with this set. It is so freaking good, guys. I could literally go all day describing all the different details. It has pretty solid minifigures. Honestly, I'm happy that this set has minifigures, especially when you look at something like the Hulk Buster with just one minifigure and the Black Panther bust that didn't have any figures. This was just a much better set for LEGO Superheroes fans. So, this was so cool, so unique. And as a big LEGO fan who also is a big Marvel fan, this just met a lot of what I would expect something like this to be. So basically, the Sanctum Sanctorum not only met my expectations, but exceeded them far, far beyond what I would expect something like this to do. I love this set. I love the fact that it blends in with like the Daily Bugle along with all the other LEGO modular sets. It really is a standout for 2022. So the next set on my list at number 4 is of course the ATT Walker. Now I'm sure some of you out there would probably put this even higher on a personal top 10 list, but for me, I believe number 4 seems about right. It is a wonderful playset, and you can check out my review if you want to see more. It has wonderful LEGO Star Wars minifigures like Commander Cody, the 2 12th Troopers, and bonus figures like the Clone Gunner and the Battle Droids, which I didn't even expect a set like this to have. The functions are great, it looks great, and honestly, there's not much to really complain about this set. The reason why I don't put this set even higher, especially over the next set, is that this is technically a set that we've gotten before many times, unfortunately. We've gotten the 2002 version of the ATT, 2008, 2013, now this is the 2022 version. So because it's not like a new LEGO Star Wars set that blew me out of the water, and it is just a remake, which don't get me wrong, I love this set, that is why it got its number 4 position. So taking the number 3 spot is of course the UCS LEGO Star Wars Razor Crest at $600 US, and with a piece count of I believe over 6,000 pieces. This thing not only met fans' expectations, but I definitely would agree that they exceeded them. It is such a cool looking vehicle. I've had a blast playing around with it. It looks so good on the shelf. There really is nothing to complain about this set. We got great minifigures, a great looking set that has a full baked in interior that is just, it's a play set and a UCS set in the same body, which is just so cool. I hope we get more sets like this in the future. And I put this above the ATT Walker because it's so unique, because it's so different from any other previous Ultimate Collector's Series set that I feel like, compared to the ATT, which has been remade so many times, the UCS Razor Crest, while it had its playset version, this is just so much different and such a nice breath of fresh air for what a LEGO Star Wars UCS set can be going forward. So earlier this year, I actually made a video covering the Starry Night Van Gogh set, saying that this could be the very best LEGO set of 2022. And man, it was a hard choice putting this set at number 2. I honestly want to put it at number 1. It is that good. Go check out my video where I explain why I think this set is so good. What it really comes down to is this is a work of art. It's a LEGO set. It's unlike anything I've ever built, and you can hang it or put it on a shelf. It looks so good. The colors are wonderful. And it's just so different. It's so different than any other Lego set that I've ever built in my life. And I've built so many Lego sets over the past 15 plus years, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, this thing was just cool. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed the Van Gogh Starry Night. And that is why it deserves its number 2 spot. Again, this is a personal list. Just my feelings. I'm sure some of you probably don't agree with this, and that's totally fine. But give this set a chance. It really is something out of this world. Now, before we get to the number 1 spot, I do want to give some honorable mentions to some other great Lego sets. And again, this list of honorable mentions can be so long because there are so many good Lego sets this year in 2022. But I really do think the Lego Star Wars Imperial Scythe was great. The Modular Boutique Hotel was fantastic. I thought the Pyramid was a really cool Lego architecture set. I love the Ambush on Ferrix. If you've been watching Andor on Disney Plus, that show has been amazing, and the Lego set represents the first 3 episodes very, very well. And then, of course, there was the Galaxy Explorer. All of these Lego sets are fantastic, but without ado, let's reveal the number 1 spot. So I'm sure at least some of you out there probably predicted what my number 1 spot would be. That is, of course, the Lego Eiffel Tower, the biggest Lego set ever made. So for the past 2 weeks, this Lego Eiffel Tower has been sitting in my dining room, its final resting place, if you will, where I get to see it every single day. I go through my morning routine, I make my coffee, I sit down, and I look at this. And it makes me happy every time. I literally get jittery and happy that I'm like, wow, this thing is truly a masterpiece. I love this set. Go check out the review, guys. I go so in depth about the Lego Eiffel Tower and why it's so special. I highly recommend the Eiffel Tower if you, of course, can swallow the giant pill that is the $630 price point. But you're getting 10,000 pieces, which isn't too bad, honestly. It really isn't. And the fact that it's also the tallest Lego set ever made is pretty cool too. Almost 5 feet. So yeah, really great set. I'm sure some of you out there are probably, why is it not a Lego Star Wars set? Guys, I love Lego. I love Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is my favorite IP, but that doesn't always mean it's my favorite Lego sets. So I'm sure this isn't a number 1 pick for all of you out there. I'm definitely really curious to see what your favorite Lego set of 2022 is down in the comments below. So what did you guys think of this? I'm curious. Did you like my top 10 list? Do you agree, disagree? How would you edit this? Put your own top 10 list down in the description below. What is your number 1 Lego set of 2022? It definitely frustrates me though that the median price is $314 between all 10 sets that I just talked about. That is very expensive, and not a lot of entry Lego fans will be able to afford some of the sets that I've talked about here on the list. Now there are plenty of Lego sets that are under $100 or $200 that are fantastic that came out in 2022. So definitely let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this video. I've never done a top 10 Lego set video. I've done gift guides, I've done top Lego Star Wars sets, but I've never done a top 10 Lego, video before. So this was a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in another video. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.